welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another battle of the foundations. However, this is going to be with two drugstore foundations that I am so excited about. So you guys know I love the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. This tells you it gives you an all-day flawless coverage, and I really like it. I've talked about it a ton on my channel, but now I have a new contender that I have been trying the past few days, and I want to see how it compares. It is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this one claims it's goodbye to photo flashback. And it's also been known to have some pretty good coverage as well. So I'm excited to try these two out today to see which one is going to be kind of my winner. We'll see. If there even is a winner, who knows? We'll find out at the end of this video. Today I'm going to be putting my CoverGirl 3-in-1 on this side of my face and the Wet n Wild on this side. So we're going to see how this goes. So first I'm going to be using my e.l.f. primer. I'm putting it all over my face. I can already tell I'm getting a huge blemish right here. And I don't usually get blemishes there. So that makes me wonder what I've been using that's gonna make me break out. Wonder if it's this, I don't know, because I've been using that as a standalone. I've not gotten to compare it to anything yet. Now the way the Wet n Wild foundation photo finish applies is kind of janky. I'm not a huge fan of it. And when I was checking out and buying this, the girl behind the counter was like, just so you know, this reeks like nail polish. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot people said that. So I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. And it really does smell like it. I mean, it's not the worst thing, and it doesn't smell like that once it's on your face, but taking it out and applying it, it's not the best. So I'm just gonna kind of wipe it all over my face, and it does already smell. I just kind of feel like I have to liberally apply it. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, just blend that in. I'm going to compare what it looks like with one coat on each side of the face, just so we have an idea of how well it applies and how thick it is, just so you guys know. They don't have the exact claims or anything, so I'm just curious. Shade-wise, I would say the CoverGirl side is a bit pinker, whereas the Wet n Wild shade is a bit warmer. So I am going to have to make sure I do some good bronzing and powdering so I don't look a hot wreck at work today. It's all in the name of beauty. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can kind of see the coverage comparing each side. This is only with a primer on, and this side is the Wet n Wild, this side is the CoverGirl. Again, I'm getting a blemish right here. I would say it's kind of comparable because like you could still see my freckles and things like that on both sides. So it's not a high coverage unless you layer upon more, but it's pretty similar. I think just to have a better idea of how this applies, I'm going to apply another layer of each just so we can have a little bit more coverage. It's like a spatula applying makeup. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm running out, so I'm just kind of using this is an applicator. So again, I'm going to be bringing you in closer to compare each side now that we have a second layer on, so we kind of have more coverage going. Again, this side is more pink with the CoverGirl side, and this side is warmer with the Wet n Wild side. So this is the Wet n Wild side. It's pretty good coverage. And I think I got this for like $4.99 at my local Walgreens. And this is the CoverGirl side. Pretty covered. This is going to be a cystic acne, so we're going to see that no matter what. But these seem pretty comparable actually with coverage on each layer, so interesting, very interesting. So now I'm going to pop on the rest of my makeup and let you know how that kind of applies and works with that as well. Be right back. Okay guys, so I have all of my makeup now applied, and I can say they both like dried down really well. Like it's very seamless. I don't notice a difference really with either side. Wet n Wild side, CoverGirl side. It's kind of crazy because they're two separate brands, makeup entirely. So far, pretty good. I'm going to be assessing it throughout the day, and we're going to be doing an end of day check-in for sure to see which side looks better. Do they look the same? I don't know. We'll find out. I will see you guys shortly. Hey guys, it is about 7 hours later. I am looking pretty even on both sides. I got a little shiny, so I added a bit of powder, but so far so good. Whew. All right, so it is really, really hot where I live. It is 5:11 in the evening. I just got home from work. It is 95 degrees here. 95. So in the car, you know it's even hotter when you're getting in and you can't touch the steering wheel. Ugh. So I have put this makeup through the ringer. Just got home and I just got puppy kisses too. So let's get in on this. Some of it is breaking apart. Some of it looks patchy. I'm definitely sweat mascara eye looking because, ooh, let's just zoom you in and get into it. All right, so there's some red patchiness under my nose a bit. This side, which is the CoverGirl side, more than the Wet n Wild side. Some patchiness here. Well, some over here too. My forehead is looking like it's breaking apart right here, which is pretty much in the center where the product meets, so that could be what it is. Under my eyes, you can see where the mascara has been running because it's a sweaty mess outside. I did powder once today because my whole face was shiny because it is really humid where I live. My nose is pretty patchy as well, as you can probably see. Again, this is where the product marries. Okay, so where I have fine lines, the product is kind of gathering. It's pretty much gathering right here in the center, which is kind of hard because, again, that's both products. I have to say this wore very similarly. Like, both sides are kind of equally as worn as the other. I really say these are really comparable products. I don't like how the Wet n Wild applies with that, like, nail polishy pan thing, and then it smells bad. And I do prefer the pump on the CoverGirl foundation for sure. Both of my under eyes have creasing, nothing terrible, but they both have it at this point. This has been 10 hours of wear, so really I'm pretty impressed with how long both of them have lasted. And it is patchy and it is breaking apart in spots where it's, you know, mostly I've probably touched throughout the day. But for over a 10-hour wear, both sides of this are super comparable. So the Wet n Wild was $4.99 and the CoverGirl was about $9 or $10 depending on where you shop. I like this because it is so inexpensive and it pretty much gives the same lasting power, the same wear, the same coverage. I did have to apply twice, but I also had to apply this twice. However, I don't like the spatula type pan to use on my face, and the smell is very disconcerting. Like, if you're sensitive to smells at all, you are probably not gonna like this. It smells like nail polish. And that kind of makes you go, ooh, am I putting this, when you smell something like that, it makes you go, ooh, I don't wanna put it on my face. It's more chemically. So if you don't have a fragrance, it's a little bit easier to be like, oh, I can apply as much as I want. So I really like the CoverGirl because I like the pump. I like the shade a bit more as well. Now, I don't like the pump in the fact that when I get low on this product, which happens all the time, I do have to use it kind of similar to the Wet n Wild and pull this out and use it kind of like a spatula to apply as well. So the pump does give me some sass. I keep glancing at myself in the mirror, kind of trying to be like, ooh, do I see any differences? They're really super comparable. After 10 hours of wear, 10 plus hours of wear, it's going to be patchy. It's going to kind of be coming off and kind of moving and breaking apart a bit because it's, I mean, it's a drugstore foundation and it's pretty inexpensive. But for end of the day wear, I'm still really impressed with both of these and they practically look the same. So guys, I hope this Battle of the Foundations drugstore version helped you out to kind of figure out if you want to try one of these, which one do you want. This one is more inexpensive, however, does have a smell, don't really care how it applies. This one doesn't have a smell, does have a pump, but it is pricier. It kind of depends on what you value. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Battle of the Foundations drugstore edition. If you are new to my channel, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun videos to come. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.